Welcome to the Eugene Torto YouTube channel. I want to thank everybody that's subscribed so far, and anyone who hasn't subscribed, go down here, hit the subscription button for me. Help the channel grow. Hopefully one day I'll become monetized. Today's video is going to be about Super Clean. They contacted me via email and asked me if I'd be interested in trying their products and if I would give an honest video review of it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and give an honest review of it. And they sent me really nice hat, Super Clean hat, and a really nice Super Clean t-shirt. I definitely like those two things. Let me see, in the box they also sent me a nice thing of floor absorbent for absorbing spills, which I definitely want to try, and Super Clean old wheel cleaner, and Super Clean foaming. I believe what makes this foaming is the spray nozzle. It's the same product though. And regular Super Clean spray bottle, and an aerosol spray bottle. Now they also sent me this handy chart, which has all the usage ratios for indoor, outdoor, auto, marine, how much to parts per water for Super Clean to use for different applications. So I'll have to put this stuff through the test and see how it all works. One thing, they also gave me this sticker too. So that's another sticker for the toolbox. I definitely need to do some cleaning. Anyone who hasn't watched my other videos, most of my projects are on my C4 Corvette. I'm going to be taking the intake manifold off. Before I do that, I want to get out there and clean that. Now, one thing they point out is if you read the directions, it says to use with cool water. Which will be easy in this weather because my garage isn't heated. Right now I got the heat going out there to warm things up. But it might be actually too cold to work properly too, so I'm not sure what the ideal temperature is. Either way, I need to run a garden hose out into the garage so I can rinse this stuff off, because you rinse it off with water. That's probably one thing I don't like about most cleaners. I mean, like for the wheel cleaner, that doesn't bother me using water to rinse it off. But for, like, say I want to clean my combination mill lathe machine, that definitely needs a good cleaning. And if I do that and rinse it off with water, it's going to rust, so you need to protect it right away if you're cleaning bare metal off. That I actually prefer to use something like mineral spirits on, because then it doesn't cause, you don't have to worry about the rust. But I definitely need to clean the engine bay. I definitely need to clean my suspension parts. Now, there is a warning about using this on aluminum, and as anyone who owns a C4 Corvette knows, or knows anything about them, the control arms, all the control arms on a suspension are aluminum, front and rear. Mine aren't bare aluminum. They've been protected with paint, so it should be okay to use this type of cleaner. I believe I've used other types of cleaners that they give warning about using on aluminum. Usually those type of cleaners, like say you have a piece of polished aluminum, if you get it on it, what it does is it'll etch it or oxidize it. So you have to be very careful with that. Other than that, there's no problem using it on, like, say, just bare cast aluminum that isn't polished, as far as I know. Another thing is I'm going to be cleaning the motor, and the motor, of course, even though the block is cast iron, the heads are aluminum, the intake's aluminum, all the mountain brackets are aluminum, the alternator is aluminum, but it shouldn't affect that, because I've cleaned with products similar to this. Now, this is supposed to be a lot stronger, so I'll have to be careful, and I'll give it a try. And as when cleaning a motor, you have to be careful how you do it. Some motors you have to be really careful about protecting electronics. Like say you have a 92 through 96 C4 Corvette, they have the OptiSpark. those things are notorious for causing all sorts of problems when they get wet. So be careful with that. I have a 90 Corvette, which has the tune port, the HEI. I've gotten that wet, soaking wet quite a few times and never had a problem, so I'm not too worried. Also, the motor, right now I got the headers off and etc., etc. So I'm not too worried about it. I mean, it'll definitely be dry. My biggest fear right now, this time of year, is making sure I get everything dry before I turn the heat off out there, because I only have a propane heater and that only burns so long, and I have to worry about it freezing and causing damage. That's my biggest fear right now this time of year. So I'm kind of limited at what I can do because of this time of year. So I'll probably do another review later in the year, and we'll see how that goes. But for now, I'm going to get out in the garage, get that engine cleaned up for now, I guess, and get things going. So hold tight and get out there, and we'll get things done. Okay, I'm out in the garage. I got the super clean aerosol, and I'm glad they have this aerosol because it's going to make it a lot easier to spray in different places. Like I need to spray behind the engine block, or behind the intake manifold, behind the distributor. I want to get underneath and spray. That makes it a lot easier too. And some other spots down there along the frame rail and stuff. So I'll go ahead and start spraying, and well, you know, right after I read the directions, of course, and we'll see how well this stuff works. Okay, the underside is sprayed. Now I'm going to go ahead and start spraying the top side. I need to get down in the frame rails and everywhere else there was oil, and behind that distributor. I'm not going to remove all that stuff right now. I'm going to leave it on there and keep it dry and just spray behind it. I just want to get everything generally clean for when I take this intake manifold off. I do need to stick like a rag in there, and I do need to be careful because I have my headers off. I have to be careful about getting water in the cylinders, and the spark plugs are off. So when I spray it down with the hose, I'll just keep it away from those ports and stuff. I should really plug them up with something. I'm definitely going to plug the intake of the throttle body, the opening of the throttle body up and over, and make sure that water doesn't get in there. Okay, one problem I found is when spraying this foaming spray, you can't really get like in tight spots behind like the distributor and stuff. So I'm just going to let this stuff soak and let it soak for a little bit. I got to go get the bottle, the regular pump bottle. That should have better spray capability, the non-foaming one. And I'll use that for getting behind the distributor and stuff. So I'll get that and let this stuff soak, and I'll get back to you here shortly. Okay, I'm back. I got the regular super clean spray bottle. I have it set for stream. I'm going to get behind the distributor and all that good stuff. See how that works. Getting in tight spots. Okay, I wasn't going to do the wheel wells, but I decided to do the front wheel wells and the A-arms with this stuff, and just to give it a chance, see how it does. Well, I did the other side and this side, and I'm going to just a little more on there. I'm going to let it sit, and while that's sitting, I'm going to start grabbing the hose and rinsing underneath. So I'll get to that next. I rinsed everything off. Everything's wet and needs to dry. I need to get the air hose over here and blow everything off. Now, I didn't use any type of scrubbing action. All I did was spray it on and rinse it off. Now, you can still, there's some heavy caked grease right around the ball joint. It did take a lot of it off, actually, without any scrubbing action. So I might put another application there and clean it off. And I don't know if you can see on the lower control arm, it's like full of water down there right now. But it did a pretty good job of cleaning that off too, considering I didn't use any type of elbow grease. I just sprayed it on. I ain't too worried about these wheel wells getting these clean, because they're well, they're gonna get dirty again anyway. I figure maybe 2 or 3 more weeks I'll be out on the road, and the roads will, in this area part of the country, will be filthy from the winter yet. Even if all the snow is gone, it'll take a couple of good rains to clean the roads off. And so I have to say I'm happy with it. Let's go under the car. Under the car it's still wet, of course, but we'll go into there anyway and take a gander. And well, it's nice and shiny under there. I can spray some more between the engine and the bell housing, but I ain't too worried about that. I just want to get it off. It really wasn't too dirty under here, considering I had an oil leak to begin with, but I have to say it's a lot cleaner. I have to say the product worked very well. Now, I do want to try it like the wheel cleaner, and I have some parts that I want to get in the basement, and I'll clean those up in the basement. It'll just be a lot more sensible to clean them down there. So I'll get them and get them done, and we'll see how those do. And so far I'm happy with the product. I hope this review is helpful. But once I get to the wheels cleaned and stuff and other reviews, I'll get back to you. Okay, I got everything hosed off, and I got to get the air hose and blow everything off. I'd have to say it did a really well job, considering I didn't use any elbow grease whatsoever. I just sprayed it on, let it soak, and then rinsed it off. Now, on the control arms and the wheel wells, usually that takes elbow grease no matter what you use. And it actually did a pretty good job, considering I didn't use any elbow grease. I just sprayed it and hosed it, and it's I have to say I'm pretty damn happy with it. I mean, when you spray something like this and you don't use elbow grease, heavy cake grease is not going to just come off. So that's just something you got to realize. It doesn't matter what product you use. And let's look underneath and see how that came. I'm real happy so far. Let's see if you guys can see that. That other light isn't blinding you. Yeah, I have to say I'm real happy with it. It looks all clean. Looks clean to me. What's your opinion? I don't know if you can see good in here. I don't know how it would be compared to before. I mean, there's some parts where there's heavy cake grease, like I said, that you really need to scrub. But overall, I have to say I'm happy. I might do another shot of it, and I might just do the rear control arms real quick too while I'm doing that. I might as well. So let me get that done, and that'll be it for this video. I want to thank everybody for watching. Go down there and subscribe, and I'm going to be testing out their other products, so I'm not done testing their products. I got to do the wheel cleaner, and I got some parts I want to take down in the basement and clean, and some other things. So like I said, just check back, and hopefully in other videos I'll use the products and I'll get further reviews of it. But I have to say it works really well. Everybody have a good day, and God bless.